So Joe Biden was interviewed on 60 Minutes last night, and it was a calamity. So first up, at the beginning of the interview, they did a disclaimer, and I've never seen this before. They said, the president's almost 81. He's under a lot of stress. He's very tired. He's squeezing us in. If you're not up to the job, you need to tell us that now. This is part of the reason other countries see us as weak right now, because Joe Biden has to have disclaimers at the beginning of his interviews. You are not the manager of a softball team. You're the manager of the United States. I guess Joe Biden didn't realize that his schedule is published online every single day. We can see that he has almost nothing on his schedule. Now, in the interview, he was asked about running for a second term. They basically said, why do you need to have a second term as president? Joe Biden responds and basically says he's going to bring us world peace in a second term. He says he can fix the situation in Ukraine, the situation in Israel, the situation over here. Sir, we didn't have these situations until you were in office.
This is insane. Reasons I don't trust politicians. They will create a problem, and when they are doing campaign, they will tell you, I will solve this problem, I will solve this. Meanwhile, they created the problem. It is easy for these people to stop what is going on, but just because of their, let me not say it, recently, this interview went viral. You cannot tell me that when you have voted again, you will solve what is going on in Israel. It just recently started. It is possible. You can solve this and solve what is happening in Ukraine. It is possible. You want us to believe that you will do, if you cannot do it today, I don't believe that you will do it tomorrow. It is insane. When I take a look at what happened recently, Biden is going to Israel. Very concerning. And he has sent troops, about 2,000 troops, to this same place. I don't know if this is a coming of World War III or what exactly. Very concerning. Before we go into this video, Oprah sent out a statement pertaining to what is happening in Israel.
They were reportedly wearing their team's soccer jerseys on the way to watch a match where Sweden was playing Belgium. The city is now on its highest terror alert level. Now, that horrific attack should give us major pause here at home, where right now tens of thousands of refugees who are sympathetic to these Islamic radicals are already living here. And meanwhile, Democrats like Jamal Bowman and even GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley think we should be bringing in more refugees.
There are so many of these people who want to be free from this terrorist rule. They want to be free from all of that. And America's always been sympathetic to the fact that you can separate civilians from terrorists. And that's what we have to do.
Well, you can imagine. After Ron DeSantis strafed her for those comments, Nikki Haley reversed herself just in the last hour. Joining me now, Wisconsin Congressman Tom Tiffany. Congressman, I know you introduced a bill that would prevent the Biden administration from bringing in any refugees from Gaza. I can't believe this is even a thing right now, but we're going to get into what's still happening with the Afghan refugees in a moment. But is there real opposition to this?
Well, I would suspect Representative Bowman does not want to see this bill go forward, and I'm sure there's a few others in the Progressive Caucus in the House of Representatives on the Democrat side that are going to fight us on this. But this should be a three-alarm fire for the American people, seeing what is happening in the Middle East at this point with the barbarism that's going on. And then some people want to relocate possibly hundreds of thousands of refugees from Gaza to the United States of America. That should concern every American.
Well, right now, Congressman, we still have several, like 80,000, I guess, Afghan refugees who Republicans and Democrats urged we bring into the United States. And I know some of them helped a lot and were amazing, helping us during the war in Afghanistan. Nevertheless, 80,000 or 120,000, which is what they want? They're all interpreters? I mean, I'm sorry, but we can't vet these people, yet there are Republican senators right now who want to essentially give them a leapfrog over all these other people.
Not allow these people to come into America and put more danger on the streets of America for the American people.
This is actually a very difficult situation here. Countries don't trust any person at this level. I recently saw what happened in Belgium, and it has triggered a lot of nations to be cautioned because with the anger in around the world, allowing people into your countries at this moment, you don't actually know who you are even allowing to enter. Recently saw Gov Congressman introduces bill on House floor to ban plan for mass Palestinian refugees. This should be a three-lamp fire for every American. They have right to do this. Though the number of people passing through the southern border, it is to clearly send a bear. You don't know who is actually even entering. If care is not taken, they might still enter. So now I wish if they could actually reconsider before taking up this decision. Now, taking a look at Nikki Haley, argues to bring 1 million Hamas supporting Palestinians to the United States from Gaza, where over 68% of population support the terrorist strike on Israel. That is Nikki Haley. Her takes partaken to this. She explained like there are innocent civilians among these people. So if we allow the innocent civilian children to relocate, it might help solve the problem. People don't see it the way she's looking at this because everyone is scared. A lot can happen. So you can't blame them, for going off on this. Yes, on a statement posted to her Oprah insiders on Sunday, the 69-year-old television host addressed both Hamas terrorist attack on Israel as well as Israel's ongoing bombardment of the Gaza Strip, which it occupies. I am utterly heartbroken for the loss of life in Israel, Oprah wrote. Before condemning Hamas attack, she also wrote that she was heartbroken for the death of innocent children and civilians in Gaza. Oprah's statement arrived shortly after Israel bombed a portion of southern Gaza where it had previously told Gazan civilians to flee for safety.
Just a part of the question on the issues of refugees coming to Jordan, and I think I can quite strongly speak on behalf not only of Jordan as a nation, but of our friends in Egypt. That is a red line, because I think that is the plan by certain of the usual suspects to try and create de facto issues on the ground. No refugees in Jordan, no refugees in Egypt.